is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Morgantown, West Virginia, home to the West Virginia Mountaineers. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the TCU Hornfrogs, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the West Legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely, David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Mountaineers ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll go with a direct snap. And the visitors have nothing doing as they are greeted rudely on the opening play of the game. Let's talk for just a second about TCU. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus, the number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Not able to hook up the air. Incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Back open in the middle. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it.
Let's do this. How about a pick 6 on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ball game.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll go to the ground. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Finds his man down the middle. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
3rd down coming in the Morgantown faithful, making it tough on this big play. Direct snap. Find some fresh air. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Wants to throw on first down. Setting up the screen. There he goes. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense is just...
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quickly complete. At the 20, he's got space. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The Hornfrogs will hustle to the line. They'll keep it on the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wide receiver comes in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the...
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Leaves it with the back. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Hornfrogs will try to move the sticks on 4th down. They'll run for it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll...
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. And they didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward if they're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves backed up inside their own 10. They go to the ground. Got the first down and more. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all of the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Reads it, fires complete. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We've reached the end of the period. It's West Virginia on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. The offense changing the play. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. And all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
TCU has it back, and the Hornfrogs go on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Completes it in the middle. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Hauls it in. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
The Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Power football with the run. Got enough for the 1st. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When the running back gets going and gets a head of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
And the Mountaineers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
You know, defenders have to really understand body positioning and where the football's coming from. And great job understanding that, getting in the way of the route, knocking the ball down, batting it away, making a good play for that defense.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got him downfield. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Continually, keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up 1st and goal.
Football 7. Football 7.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now it's 2nd and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. The give. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another sneaks it in.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do. And they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. They'll send the back in motion. Snap to the back. It falls incomplete. How about the trickeration on first down that just goes awry?
And what a job by the defense, seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet ball carrier and gets him on the ground.
Got the quick pass. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Wants to go up top on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
Wants to throw again. Quickly complete. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. To the air on second down. Got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wide open downfield. Breaks into the open. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
Timeout, West Virginia.
And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Snap it to the back. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. The give on the inside. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, TCU!
Now, you're going to need more of this in the second half. That's the way you punctuate a drive at the end of the first half to cut this to a one-possession game. You need more of that physicality in the second half.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here we we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Making side adjustments here. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Starting to feel a little pressure.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
He's going for the big play. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. It's complete on the right side. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush.
Second down.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
West Virginia. TCU.
The Hornfrogs will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he's going to bring this one out. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He breaks a tackle. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Mountaineers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The offense lining up for a first down play. Quarterback making checks. He's looking to pass. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
The give to the tailback. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Soft spot in the middle. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Watch out, go over. Ready.
Hand off from the gun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Clock ticking away as we have 4 minutes left here in the 3rd. Back to pass on 2nd down. It's complete to the right. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the Mountaineers are facing 3rd and inches. To the ground to try to move the chains. Finds a crease at the 20. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Mountaineers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Maryland is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. They're trailing by just 4 to Wyoming. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, nice job on the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job on the D.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. The throw to the outside is complete. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. You can feel the Mountaineer spirit rising, reverberating across the field on this big 3rd down. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3 balls at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like,
going for it all. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
and that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Wants to pass it. He's got it down the middle. Still running at the 40. He's loose on the right. The 20. The 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Hornfrogs!
Man, football, there is so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
And he makes the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. The inside handoff. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Fires to the middle. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's it.
Turning it on. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
3rd down and 2. You know it's time to get physical, and this unit paves the way, Jesse, and gets the big 1st down.
And this back's got such a burst, too, doesn't he? As soon as he saw the hole,
It's a fumble. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the 1st down.
those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
The Mountaineers are moving quickly down the field. Barrels ahead. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Keeps looking downfield. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got third.
They'll try it again after the incomplete pass on 3rd and goal from the 3. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. Right on target the first time. Now they've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
TCU has it back, and the Hornfrogs go on offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves them with 3rd and 3.
Man, the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
3rd down coming, and the Morgantown faithful making it tough on this big play. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the...
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. And you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Well, offenses should focus on their guys and making sure so-and-so guys get so-and-so touches, and, you know, listen, they're featuring this guy. They're going to throw it to him. He's going to be the primary target on a lot of times. I can't be reckless, but I definitely have to find my way to get that guy the ball.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Safe completion on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And man, that is not the third down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a fourth down now.
He unleashes a long one. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Obviously, they fail on that fourth down, but because there's still time on the clock, this game's not over. Who on defense right now can step up and make a big play and get the ball back to the offense?
Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll start this drive with a pass. Makes the grab over the middle. And you got to get hats around this dude. He finds the crease. He's down to the 27.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds, too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
To the air on first down. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Excellent job by the DB, breaking on the football, getting there and making sure he gets a hand on it and deflects. Listen, it's not about catching it. It's not about getting the interception. It's making sure he doesn't catch it and deflecting that thing where he can't get it.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. Lets it fly deep downfield. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. They make the stop right at the 10-yard line, but oh, what a turn of momentum with that interception.
And you will always remember your first, and how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He wants to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And tackled there by the defense.
That's why you got to study your playbook. For all young quarterbacks out there watching, you're not always going to be able to throw it to the intended target. You've got to know where your check down options are, because you're going to get hit at some point. You've got to be able to get rid of it. Nice job understanding the playbook.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, nice job finding a crease to go get that first. And, Dave, there's just some running backs out there that feel like they have that sixth sense. They just know where the marker is. They know where that first down marker is, and they're just able to find a way to fall forward and get it.
Oh, and I love when they don't dance. Know the situation, right? Don't bounce things that don't need to be bounced. When I need to stick my face in there and lower my shoulder and get a couple yards, I got to know the situation. Great job by him running the ball physical and finishing the run for a first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Right down the middle. He's got him wide open. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, TCU!
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Wants to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out route. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Quick release by the QB. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Finds a spot in the middle. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Back has it. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Quick completion on the out. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
You can feel the Mountaineer spirit rising, reverberating across the field on this big third down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Hornfrogs.
Man, that drive right there is exactly what you dream about. That's how you want your offense to perform. Under a clutch situation, you take the ball down the field, get the score, and now an extra point away from taking the lead late in this ball game.
And they did need that extra point to take the lead, and now they have it here in the fourth. And that one ought to set us up for quite a finish. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Throws to the wideout. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a double.
Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking downfield on first down. Complete to the right. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. Got to find a completion on this one. He's taking a deep shot. Got his hand in there and knocked it away in the end zone and saved the game as this one is over. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really.